Hello, teacher. Welcome to our presentation. Today, the 3D printing workshop. And I would like to quickly introduce myself. This is me and Lê Sok Huong, and these two guys are our group member, Piset and Sophia. So here are our main 7 content that I am going to cover it for today. So firstly, I would like to address more what that I'm going to present today. I'm going to address the step, how to do it, and what is it and why we need to do it. And the last one, the recommendation or suggestion that will be improved our printer. So this is our main topic, first layer calibration. So the first layer calibration is used to calibrate the distance between the tip of the nozzle and the print surface. So how we do it? So the first one, you need to unload the filament, right? So unload the filament and you can see the LCD menu on the printer and just click on the calibration and go into the bi-level correction, and then you can click on the first layer calibration. And the purpose of this first layer calibration is to adjust the nozzle height until the extruded plastic stick nicely to the bed, and you can see that it is being slightly squeezed. So it basically like first layer calibration, we do it to get a good baseline calibration. As you can see in the picture, it is like the first layer calibration being set incorrectly will lead you to many issues. You can see the quality between the 3 printing. And the second topic is the level correction. So why do we need a level bed? When you do the 3D printer, there are a number of factors to consider in order to produce a high quality, the good printing, a flat print bed and since the bed, it is a lot of material to extrude evenly across the entire construction surface. So before you do the bed level, make sure you have recently run the XYZ calibration and have cleaned the entire surface of your heat bed. And this is the most important one. It allow the operator to virtually raise or lower the heat bed on the left, right, front and back side. And when to do the lower the bed? Why do we need to do it? When the filament isn't sticking to the bead surface in all place, no filament is leaving the nozzle, filament height and the width vary across the bead surface, and the gap between the line of filament vary across the bead surface, so that is the problem. So we need to do the bed level. And as you can see the picture, this one, too far from the nozzle, pretty good, and too close, so it helps you to create some workspace, position the print height and measure and adjust and inspect the first layer. So that's the bi-level correction tool. And this is the sign of nozzle gap. It's too small or it too high. It will affect the quality of your printer. And move to the XYZ calibration. XYZ calibration, we can do it by click on the LCD menu and go to the calibration, and you can see the XYZ calibration. The printer will start the calibration by aligning the Z axis, so make sure the both end of the X axis reach the top. In the next step, the printer will ask you whether you have the steel sheet on the heated bed or not. So you have to check the nozzle if whether it is clean and confirm it on the screen. And the printer, we ask you to put a sheet of paper on the heat bed. The XYZ calibration is a process which check whether the printer was assembled correctly and the axes, are perpendicular to each other. And this is the light adjustment. Light adjustment, it sometimes, this value need a slight adjustment, and for this situation, there is an option called light adjustment. See, so we do it during the printing. As you are mostly, tuning it like during the first layer of your print. And the reason for adjusting the distance is to mostly provide better adhesion of the extruded filament. So you just go into the the info screen and you can see light adjust Z. You just click on light adjust Z and you can adjust it. It's going to be minus or plus. It is the distance between the nozzle and the bed, so you can adjust it to, and you can look at it whether it gives the quality of your printer will be improved or not. And this one is the cooling speed. So the cooling speed right here, it means like you want to be cooling your 3D printing evenly and at a consistent pace to avoid warping or curling in your PLA model, for example. So a fan speed of 100% is standard for PLA filament. So you need to remember that different material require different temperature. So speed of the fan can be manually set in the LCD tool fan speed. So it depends on the filament tool, and it is helping your printing consistently. And it is a chart, so the overall filament data, the name of the filament, the raw material, the company they're providing it, the density and diameter, cost, and the spool weight of each filament. So you can find it right here, and you can see how much you can spend, and the property, and the the financial data that you can do and compare it with your product price. And this is the last one, the printing object. So this picture shows you the object with variation of filament and Z position. So we use PET and PLA right here. They are like only two type of filament, like PL and PET, but we adjust, we variation the Z position, so you can see the Z position is affected to the surface and the the quality of the material. It is going to be smooth or beautiful, it depends on you. And this picture, we show the object with identical filament and variation of Z position. So we choose only PLA as our filament, but we variation the Z position. So the Z position, it affects so much on the this filament surface. So it can be beautiful, it can be bad, or anything. It depends on you. You have to adjust it as an operator. You have to see it within your eye whether it is good or not for you to choose this, this Z position. So thank you for the, and this is for our presentation today. Bye bye, teacher.